What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is August 1st, meaning we are officially 1 month away from Halloween Horror Nights 2024. I will be posting a new video every single day until September 1st, which is when I will be giving you guys the official Halloween Horror Nights 2024 video. Starting off with today's video, which is my hype list for Halloween Horror Nights. Let's get into it. With the scare zones, at number 5, we have Demon Queens. Now, I'm sure the scare zone will be good, but just like the one that's going to be after this, we know nothing about it really. We have no idea any of the characters in it. All we know is the props we saw and the description for the scare zone. Not much really to say about this scare zone. Number 4, I have Duality of Fear. This is going to be when you go into the park, that first scare zone. This is going to be the scare zone that welcomes you into Halloween Horror Nights. I personally have always loved these scare zones. They were a little small and kind of in like tight, compact spaces, but I have loved them. And I'm excited for the scare zone, but just like Demon Queens, we really don't know enough about it. And there's just not much to say about it. At number 3, we have Swamp of the Undead. I am excited for this scare zone so much. I love the zombie feel. I love the swamp feel houses. And based off the props we saw, I am so excited for this scare zone and cannot wait for it. Number 2, we have Torture Fair. I love medieval houses. I love medieval scare zones. I love it all. I am so excited for this one. It's a Renaissance Fair type scare zone. You could say we don't know a lot about it, but I'm still just so excited for what they do, how they make it work, and some of the props and scare actors could look so good. Number 1. This is going to be at the bottom of everyone else's list, but for me, it is the Horrors of Blumhouse. I think that's what it's called. Fears of Blumhouse. It's something Blumhouse. It's a Blumhouse scare zone. I love Blumhouse. This is in the smallest area, and Blumhouse never goes well with Halloween Horror Nights, but I am just so excited for it. I personally loved the Blumhouse houses they had in the past. And I'm so excited to see what they do in this one. We could get Michael Myers, we could get Five Nights at Freddy's, we could get Megan, we could get the Black Phone, we could get any Blumhouse property. And I am so excited for this scare zone. Now, to the big thing, the houses. Number 10, and it kills me to do this, is Museum Deadly Exhibit. When I first saw this house got announced, I was so excited for it, but I just haven't been as hyped for it. It hasn't been really, when I think of the 10 houses we have this year, this one just hasn't been one I thought about. It's a cool concept, the Night of the Museum type concept I like, but we really know nothing about it. Number 9, I have Insidious Into the Further. The Insidious movies, I enjoyed the first one. However, the other 3, I wouldn't say I enjoyed. But the reason this house isn't last, I am making this prediction right now. This will be the scariest house of the event. I think it will still be a good house. It's just the other 8 houses we have, I put higher than this house. So I'm with number 8, Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines. I hate putting Universal Monsters this low. I really do. I love the Universal Monsters houses. Everything they've done in the past, I've loved them so much. This one I just really haven't been as excited for. I mean, we've gotten a Bride of Frankenstein house in the past, and this kind of feels like it could be just going off of that again. And it's just not really one I've been excited for. Number 7 is Goblin's Feast. When this house got announced at first, I was so excited for it. I thought it could be the best house of the year. And again, it still could be. These rankings, I didn't make this known yet, these rankings are going to change. But ever since we got the Universal Discover podcast for this house, it just went so much lower on my rankings. I think I had it honestly towards the front, but now it just got so much lower. It's another one of those houses you don't know a lot about. But hey, I'm excited for it. Obviously gonna give it a try. Number 6, Triplets of Terror. I am so excited for this house. It was honestly in my top 3 until I figured out, or at least I think, this was supposed to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre for Orlando. If you guys don't know, we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre announced for Hollywood, and the kind of poster for that, it looks just like the poster for Triplets of Terror, so it kind of feels like they're going to be reusing props from that house, which I could be wrong, but it was just giving me that vibe. And besides that, though, this house looks amazing. It's another one that looks like it can be one of the scariest of the year, but we'll see when the event comes. Number 5, I have Major Sweets Candy Factory. I loved the Major Sweets Scare Zone back in Halloween Nights 31. I loved the theme, and I love the Willy Wonka kind of vibe they go on with this, and I really cannot wait for this house. Number 4, Monsters of Latin America. Really hope I pronounced that right. Anyway, so excited for this house. I watched videos of Hollywood last year. This was easily the best house in Hollywood. One house of the year, so deserving. And I cannot wait to see what they do in Orlando, what they do the same, what they do differently. So excited for this house. On number 3, we have A Quiet Place. This house is going to be phenomenal. The sets are going to be amazing. But there is one thing I'm worried about with A Quiet Place, is how they make it work. Are you going to have to be quiet? Is how quiet you be going to actually affect your experience? That, on one hand, I'm so excited for that. That would be so cool. If they do it right, on the other hand, it can just make it worse, if that makes sense. Here's what I was thinking, and I'm going to yap about this house for a while. What I was thinking they should do is have human jump scares throughout the house. And then, depending on how much noise you make from a certain jump scare, is if a creature jump scares you, they have a creature on the other side that could jump scare you, depending on how much noise you make. Probably not going to happen. Kind of just fantasy booking there. Number 2, Slaughter Cinema 2. I am so excited for this house. Slaughter Cinema 1 looks so good. I was so upset I couldn't go through it. I cannot wait to go through Slaughter Cinema 2. I think this could very well be House of the Year, if they do it correctly. Number 1, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I know that's shocking. Most of you probably have that at the bottom of your list. Look, I love the Ghostbusters franchise. One of my favorite franchises of all time. I am so excited for this house. It can honestly work so good as a house. I can't wait for this house. It's so nice. The sets could just be amazing. You know, it could be so cold in there. They can just do it so good. And I cannot wait for this house. But I can't wait for all 10 houses. It's going to be an amazing year. I do want to talk about, though, comparing this to last year. I know I can't really compare just yet because we haven't actually had the year yet, but if we're talking off hype, I mean, this year just doesn't feel as hype as last year, and it's honestly, I expected that because, like, last year you get houses like Stranger Things, The Last of Us, Chucky, Dr. Oddfellows. It's just, last year was just so amazing. It was my personal favorite year of Halloween Horror Nights ever, and the hype I had for that year, because I'm a huge Stranger Things fan, I'm a huge Last of Us fan, and Dr. Oddfellow I was so interested in. We had the Yeti house last year. I loved the original Yeti, so, like, last year, especially hype-wise, just really there was no beating that for me. So, kind of the hype we have towards this year, it's weird. It feels less hype, but what I loved about this year is the announcement season. this is finally the year they announced the originals by themselves, and I love that. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna talk about this more in another video for the future, but that's just like my kind of like preview of that video, I could say. But that was it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your hype list in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.